Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of SWEN. We got some news you might want to hear, so let's get into it. Also, if you're wondering, the background is the old high school. This week, course registration for freshmen is happening Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So freshmen, don't forget to do your course registration. That's all for news, but now here's the medical interview with Jack.
I am here in the Career Technical Center with the medical instructor, Miss Val. How's it going, ma'am?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for stopping by.
What initially made you interested in the medical field?
Well, I actually transitioned from the animal field. I was a surgery tech in the animal science world, and then I went into the human side of the world in nursing. And then after 10 years of that, I came into teaching. I never thought that I was going to be a teacher, but I love it.
So what classes here do you offer?
So we do medical assisting in phlebotomy. The students will come away with medical terminology credits from Great Bay Community College. So when they walk away after 2 years with me, they actually walk away with free college credit, which is really great. They walk away with first aid and CPR certification for 2 years, which is awesome as well. And after 2 years, they can sit for their certification with NHA for their certified clinical medical assisting, as well as their certified phlebotomy technician, and that's all for free.
So what are some things students are actively learning in your classes right now?
Yeah, so right now we are working on medical terminology. They are also working on their first aid and CPR certification in my first year class, and my second year are actually transitioning into their certification for their phlebotomy. So we're doing a lot of needle safety, PPE safety, handling and infection control, that type of thing for patient safety as well as their own.
So what advice would you give to anyone interested in doing the medical field as like a career after high school?
Yeah, so if they are interested in any kind of like nursing, occupational therapy, or physical therapy kind of career path, I would love for them to come in and talk to me. We do an interview process their first year, and then if they are interested in it, they are welcome to come by, interview with me, and then they explore the classroom, and then after 2 years, hopefully that's going to kind of broaden their horizons, give them some clinical exposure, and then they're able to decide if this is really the path that they want to go to. They do it all for free before they have to invest in college time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Have a great rest of your week.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
And now, off to QB1 Nick with Question of the Week, President's Day edition.
Who's your favorite president, Daniel?
My favorite president is Donald Trump.
Yeah. Barack Obama. That's a good one. My favorite president is Parker Wheeler.
I've got a couple favorite presidents. So I'm a former history teacher. I used to love teaching about Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson's nickname was Old Hickory, and he was tough as nails. I also like Franklin Roosevelt. He's the only president to serve more than 2 terms, and he had an enormous impact on our country. He led us through the Great Depression. He led us through World War II. My 2 favorites.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm actually interviewing. Welcome, guys, to SWEN, and we're here with
QB1.
QB1 Nick. Who is your favorite president?
I gotta say Trump.
You know JFK exists, right?
Yeah, I like JFK. Who's your favorite president?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to say Trump.
Who's your favorite president?
Obama.
QB1.
My favorite president is Ryan J. Doobie. Who's your favorite president?
My favorite president is John F. Kennedy.
Mine's probably Donald Trump.
Mr. Stanley, who's your favorite president?
My favorite president? It's gotta be Harrison Ford from the movie Air Force One.
That's awesome. Mr. J, who's your favorite president?
I have to say John F. Kennedy.
Same. Joey, who is your favorite president?
Obama. And now, here's Jack again with sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sports segment. My name is Jack, and as always, let's get it sporty in here. Today, I am going to be talking about the boys basketball senior night that we streamed a couple weekends back. We versed the Berlin Mountaineers. There was a junior varsity game, a varsity game, and a halftime celebration honoring the 40th anniversary of Somersworth's championship win in 1984. And Chaplin, Mr. Rogers, and I got to stream all of it. Chaplin and I did commentary on the junior varsity game where Somersworth won, and afterwards we managed to grab an interview with one of the Berlin players. So here that is now.
All right, I'm here with Evan Frazier. How's it going?
Pretty good.
The game just ended. I mean, what did you think? Like, how do you think your team did throughout that?
I think it was pretty good, but we still got to find our man. That's our issue, it seems like. But if we get that down, I think we're a pretty good team.
After Chaplin left, Mr. Rogers came in and we did some commentary on the varsity game. Following the varsity game, we got a few of our Somersworth players on, so here's some clips of that.
You had an awesome win tonight. You were in the lead by 8 points, super close. What do you think of how you played?
In the beginning, my shots weren't falling, but I found it halfway through. I got some shots to fall, and yeah, we were just playing good as a team. I feel like I only shoot, really. So yeah, next year I'm definitely gonna be more aggressive.
You just won a game against the Berlin Mountaineers. What are your thoughts?
They're a good team. Number 10, he was a good player, and it was a great team win. Definitely gonna come out here with a win on senior night.
We even managed to interview some alumni who were revisiting the school to celebrate their championship win decades back. So here's us talking to them.
You were part of the championship back in 1984?
I was not. I played in 1958.
Oh, wow. So even longer ago.
Yeah, so I'm an old timer.
So what was Somersworth like way back in the day?
It was always a nice community. Our sport was baseball. We went to the state finals 2 years. We weren't bad on basketball, but we weren't a good team.
I coached here. I was the athletic director here. I graduated in 1966.
What was Somersworth like way back in the day?
Unbelievable.
Really?
Unbelievable, yeah. Somersworth High School, we were top school in athletics, top school academically in the whole state.
Wow.
We thought Oyster River were a bunch of farmers, Durham. God's honest truth. We won the state debate championship my year, first team ever to beat St. Thomas Aquinas. It was a great place to be.
That's awesome.
Good school morale, it was beautiful. Chris is a graduate of '85.
So what was it like that season, sort of taking it all the way to the championship?
It was really a magical season. I mean, when you start in September with practice and then your first games, we played the first couple of games without the football players. And we were able to hang in there and win those 2-3 games. And then when the football players came back, it was a different story. We started to dominate teams. And then to go 18-0 in the regular season was just incredible. And then when we got to the championship game and down by 10, it's like, oh my God, all this hard work for the last 6 months is down the drain. But somehow we found the will to win and banded together and were able to pull it out at the end.
So you were on the championship team. What was that like way back in the day?
Amazing. We were pretty close. I mean, most of the guys we had played with since I was 8 years old, probably 9. So we knew each other pretty well. But we were tight-knit. I mean, we talked to the boys before in the locker room, and we told them, we said, just remember these days because it's a lot of fun. 40 years later, we remember it like it was yesterday. It's cool.
So what's it like sort of coming back here? What'd you think of how the boys played tonight?
You know what? They played hard. That's all we asked, and that's all Coach ever asked of us was just leave it all on the floor, Get a few floor burns and, leave it out there. Don't go home with anything. And they did that tonight. I love the way they competed tonight. It was good because it was a rough game.
Yeah, it was close.
It was a rough game, but they held in there. I love the way they played. It was fun to watch. First time I've been back since I left, really, and I went to, we got to see the old gym, which is the cafeteria and stuff like that, but it was fun. It was a good game. I enjoyed it.
I just had an absolute blast, and it was a true honor to comment on such an awesome game. Congrats to the Hilltoppers on the W, and thanks so much to everybody who came on. That's all for sports this week. Be sure to tune in next week for some more athletic news. Back to you, Joey.
Man, what is Roman doing that? Hey, yo, come up here, man. Where'd he go? I don't.
And now some crazy weather with Chaplin.
Hello, and welcome to Weather. It appears I have slipped into a wormhole and have ended up in some sort of weather pocket dimension. Who knows what kind of crazy and mystical creatures live in the area. So let's get started. We got Monday, where there will be a high of 37 and a low of 21. Hey look, it's a wild CJ. And look, he's delivering Tuesday's weather. Wednesday, we have a pumpkin. A pumpkin with a high of 40 and a low of 25. Thursday, we've got, oh my God, what is that? Help! Help me! Help! Oh. Wowzers, this doesn't look good. Seems like the person before me tried to do weather as well. Wait a minute, this is a strange dimension, which means all physical laws are as real as I believe them. Okay, we're back. But how do I get home? Ah, look. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. But uh-oh, it runs on Saturday's weather. Fortunately, I'm well versed in the matter. Saturday will have a high of 37 and a low of 22. We are now approaching our destination. Wait a minute. Is that a toll booth? Are you serious? This is ridiculous. We're literally in space.
Hey man, I just work here, but it'll cost you Sunday's weather.
Oh. Okay.
Thanks.
No problem. Wait, what? This isn't right. I'm not supposed to still be here. Oh no!
Will Chaplin escape the pocket dimension, or will he be stuck inside forever? Tune in next time. Back to you, Joey.
Anyways, now on to recommendations with me. Joey with a different shirt here. For movie, I recommend Air Force One because Mr. Stanley talked about it during Question of the Week. And then shoe, I recommend Nike Air Force Ones because of the movie Air Force One, and everyone has a pair, except me. Video game, I recommend Retro Bowl because it's a football game and it's on your phone. Then activity, sleep. That's all for SWEN this week, so we'll see you next week.